I'm not.
You did that. You made an expression. Anyways, okay. What's up, guys?
Agdiya.
Bloopers. Okay.
And they call themselves the experience. No.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Untitled podcast. I'm your host Jay, and there's your co-host Sakshi. So today we are going to be discussing a lot of interesting things, and one of the major things that is being blasting on social media is the 70-hour work week. And today, as you know, Sakshi is an entrepreneur. We have an entrepreneur on this podcast to talk about whether 70 hours a week is a good thing. Right? Do comment down below if you agree. I know a lot of you would not agree, a lot of you would agree. So let's see what's happening. My personal take on this is obviously I do not agree, but I'll reserve the judgment for what Sakshi has. Sakshi, over to you.
Now, I would want to first know why you don't agree. And then I'll.
See, what I feel is there is an unfair understanding of work output in India. Right? The whole concept of 70-hour work week is something that people do on their own in the West. But there's a larger reason to why this happens. When you talk about India, and I've seen this a lot of times, CEOs, chairmen, CMOs, all these guys, they feel that if a person works for a longer period of time, their work output is good. Instead of understanding what the work output is, right? Secondly, there's a pressure to work for a certain amount of time. There was a research which came out a few years back regarding people working longer. So as a test, a company kept unlimited holiday, right? You can take as many holidays as you please, and they found out people were working much harder. People are working for much longer. So there's a concept called the illusion of freedom, where you feel you have the freedom to do whatever you want, but reality is very, very different. And that is what this company employed. So most people worked harder because they felt indebted to the company. And they felt like they could leave anytime. And that is the exact way to get these things done. But when you talk about India, if I am leaving, let's say 1 hour before time, when I say I, not me, but in general, a common person in India, their boss is going to ask, oh, why are you leaving so early? How does it make a difference if I'm working, if my work is done? How does me leaving early make a difference? See, the problem in India is output is not regarded as work done, but hours spent is regarded as work done. And that is why, most people will not agree to the 70-hour work week, because they do know that even if they do 70 hours work week, there will be an expectancy to do more, which is a very, very common Indian market problem.
So, if you ask me honestly, of course, we've got mixed comments and reactions to this statement. And of course, it's a very big statement. But if you see, a lot of CEOs and a lot of founders have backed Narayan Murthy's statement.
Right.
And why is that?
Because they're building their own dream, right?
That is because it's their personal experience. They've done that. They all have done it. Not saying I'm in favor of this, but ultimately, in the beginning stage, supposedly if I'm starting a business at 25, or if I had got an idea at 25,
right,
really think just by spending 9 to 5, I can really get the work. I'll tell you one thing. We initially think that I'm just gonna, work 4 hours or maybe 5 hours a day and then make this thing happen. Eventually, you fall in love with the process when it's on, because you start looking at the baby. So subconsciously, you start working harder. Even if you're not physically working, you're either thinking about it, you are making strategies, you are some way or another, you are surrounded by it. So ultimately, everything, that's just my personal opinion. I think when a young person has a vision for a business, eventually they have to put in these works to make it come true, whatever vision they have. And it happens subconsciously. Let me know if I'm wrong here. Whenever you're already working with a company, you're also doing YouTube. You'll have other things also. So why are you doing everything? And imagine the number of hours you're putting in every day.
So see, as far as I'm concerned, for my YouTube channel, which is my baby, shout out to Rom Guruji, I have sometimes shot videos at 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, right? But then again, see, this is where the problem with Mr. Murthy's statement comes in, right? He's not talking about entrepreneurs. He's not talking about all the young business. He's talking about the employees, and that is where the difference lies, right? He said
youth.
The complete understanding of his statement was regarding all youth, Now, this is an overgeneralization, right? All youth is not
employee. See, all youth is not the current employee. Do you agree or not?
No, that is agreed. That is agreed. Yes, but this is now just ripping apart little shreds to make sure that a point sticks, right?
Narayan Murthy literally suggested that youngsters should be working 70 hours every week to enhance India's productivity and economy. He literally said youngsters. Right? I'm not saying he's right. I'm just quoting that it's not for employees. Employees are really getting offended by it. But he didn't say the people who are actually working, working in companies for about 50 years, they should again start working 70 hours per week. It's not that.
Agreed. See, this brings us to a very, very interesting discussion about being cancelled, or your views on the internet going viral. So I before doing this, I was also thinking, like, obviously, I also understand that I am also working sometimes more than 70 hours, to be very honest, for my channel, because that's my channel, and nobody else is going to come and build it for me. But then again, right, there is a worry which I think everyone online today, whether you're posting on your personal account, whether you're chatting with someone, has a worry. Yeah, what happens tomorrow if I get cancelled? I think this very easily cues us into that topic, of the internet take
tomorrow if I get
cancelled.
Yeah,
and I think the youth is pretty active. I don't know as far as the job market is concerned and other places are concerned, but I can assure you, the moment someone says a statement, like for example, like I just right now said, I don't know where the youth is active. The same clip can be just cut and put on, all over the internet, and let's cancel this person. And the cancel culture is really getting really difficult, right? Because you need to understand, not everybody is going to have same views as. And I think this is the major problem with such discussions. Not everybody is going to agree with you. Not everybody is going to disagree. But constantly asking people to cancel so and so, like you would have seen, there are tweets which say, like ban Infosys, fight against Infosys, protest against. Great. What happens tomorrow if you do actually protest against Infosys? What happens to the income that company is bringing India? I do agree that their work culture is pretty toxic from what I have heard. But obviously, I do not have any first-hand experience, so I cannot comment beyond a certain point. But yes, so this, especially for an entrepreneur, I think this cancel culture is a big threat. What is your take on this? Do you agree that the cancel culture is getting a little too much and a little out of?
It's definitely it is, and people need to be more practical when it comes to things like this. I mean, it's very easy. It's easy. It's easier said than done.
Right. Yeah.
Right. They don't understand the consequences. They don't understand. It's easy if it's right. If somebody has really offended someone, that I think that there are better ways to deal with it. Cancel culture is not always the solution, I believe.
Yeah.
What do you think? What solutions do you suggest? Supposedly, okay, they said what he had.
Yeah.
The employees got offended.
Yeah.
We saw these tweets, we saw these memes, we saw a lot of XYZ.
Yeah.
What do you think actually should have done?
See, firstly, understanding where his comment is coming from is very important. The problem is, we look at
coming from, and the people, I'm just gonna put this in a very simple way. The people who make these cancel culture wala comments, not even near to his experience. At least understand where it's coming from. He's not a bad person. He's not forcing you to, have this attitude or adapt. He knows what he's.
So, Sakshi, welcome back after a break. And I want to make you listen to a song which is going to remind you of a great actor who left us today at the time of recording this. And he probably changed a lot of people's life with laughter. So, here goes. And anyone wondering, we're not worried about monetization for this one, because seriously, this person was amazing.